So this is the Miner's Rights. This is Marguerite Fullerton's Miner's Right, and that was given to her in December 1926. Well, that's when it came into force, so it's actually issued on November 1926, but for use from December 1926. And her husband, David James Fullerton, has two here, December 1927 and December 1926. So he had 2 years of miner's rights. And that is a picture of Marguerite herself actually doing a bit of panning, would you call it? Sluicing, I think, actually. The term is sluicing. So there you go. So that's an interesting part of her story. Then we have the beautiful blue page here, which is gorgeous. And a little bird. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. And over this side I have dyed some lace, and has a little pearl dangle, and this side has a sweet little lotus blossom. And I just used some Tim Holtz Ranger inks to dye that to a sort of mauvey colour. And in this pocket we have a picture of Jim Fullerton, which is Greta's father, in his war days over in Egypt. So you have them both, him and his partner, friend, work colleague, on camels in front of a beautiful sphinx and of course a pyramid. So that would have been an interesting time in his life. So I'll tuck that in there. There's another little envelope pocket just tucked in the edge there to put some treasures in. And at the bottom of all of these threads, I've threaded on some pearls. And I sort of thought when the book was closed that they looked like water droplets coming off the Wisteria, which is on the front, and kind of give you that impression. Some more lovely writing pages, and this beautiful EllsiebeLs bookshelf paper. This one would have been an Arty Maze collection, I think. I've done a little bit of light stenciling, and I've done that in the milled lavender, so it's got a kind of a pinkish lavender tone to it. That's the Distress ink from Ranger. Lovely blue colour, I think that's Arty Maze as well. EllsiebeLs kit. And I'll put another little belly band in there with a lovely picture. Another nice one of Grete when she was younger. Very pretty. Wearing a lovely dress. I'll try and tuck that back in. It's a little hard on this angle. Oops. There we go. Perfume page, another little page from the Country Women's Diary, which has little poems throughout. A beautiful page. Another tuck spot here, and this is a young marriage greet with her first child and her mum, and they're obviously off to some event for the day. That beautiful purple page again, it's just gorgeous. And a lovely, lovely Wisteria page, just so pretty. Really gorgeous, that page. And another little stamp shaped piece, card. Here we have Greet with her friend heading off to the football, I believe, going to North Hobart Oval. I have a tuck spot here with an envelope in for putting in little treasures, keeping with the purple theme. Beautiful butterfly page. That's a Kazzaz page, that one. I have a little snowflake ribbon here which is holding on the little chain that goes over the spine, chain of beads, so you could actually use that as a bookmark if you wanted to, because it can come down in between the pages on the front as well as the back. And I have put some fabric trim, lace trim on the edges of the pages. It's gorgeous pink toned page. Colours in this are just beautiful. Very soft pink lavender, and that is another of Mrs. Cogs' garden ones with beautiful irises. Tag in there. I've got a lolly bag here with some more tags in the top, and this one that I have on the top is actually from Gibbered Neary's page, and she has a blog page that she sells from as well as an Etsy shop, I think, and she has a gorgeous stitched collection, and she has those in a PNG file so that you can actually use those over the top of other pictures if you're talented enough to be able to do that. It's worth going and having a look, so they're absolutely beautiful. Have a little tuck spot there just for something small, and have this lovely lavender little girl from Mrs. Cogs' collection. She's just beautiful, sweet. And a little lavender tag with a bit of collage lace on it, and a pretty purple button, or mauve button. And just have a few writing pages and another of the beautiful EllsiebeLs page. Gorgeous pages. Okay, so we have a little bit of some crochet lace trim here from a tablecloth, and a couple of tags tucked in there. And because Greet was a collector of beautiful cups and saucers, I found this lovely picture of some cups and saucers and some cupcakes, which looks absolutely cute, and it's on the back as well as the front, so I thought she might like to put some photos or something, use it for a photo mat. Greta really enjoyed her high teas and her afternoon teas, Devonshire teas, and her cup and saucer collection. It's one of her favourite things. She used to have bingo sessions as well, which is something that sort of was of their era. They did a lot of social events and often went to bingo. This is a gorgeous piece, of very pretty. Got another tuck spot here, and that paper I think is from the Riverside collection. I have to put that one below for you. These tickets are actually from Greta's trips, so they were real, they were in her own scrapbook, and they are bus tickets, and I think they were for... So that page is from Hackney & Co, the Riverbank collection. It's a beautiful, beautiful kit of paper, that one, just gorgeous. It had a lot of mauves and purples in it, so it worked in well. We have some more of Greet's tickets here, and they are from the Nunda bus service. And up the top we have a ration ticket. So these are a collection that she had kept in her scrapbook. We've got an Indrapilli toll bridge ticket and a few bus tickets. And down here we've got Caboolture to Bribie Island road toll ticket, 10 shillings, 1920 to 1962. So they're from her own collection that she had in her scrapbook. This is a beautiful page here. That was from Kazaz. And same with that one. Have a lovely little tuck spot there. Have a beautiful pansy tag, which is a Tracy Fox collection. So that would be on Love Junk Journals. Another little, oh, what is it called? I forget what it's called now, but it's actually a Tim Holtz die. It's just a stackable for your bits and pieces. So I've got a lot of little tags and things in there that could be useful. Another lightly stenciled rose page with a Tim Holtz stencil and a little heart paper clip. Here I have a little, I love these little envelopes, I like putting those in. This is a cute little one from Lisa, and I think, what's Lisa's called? Tulip Cottage Designs. So she created that little one, and I'll just put the little tags in. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4 tuck spots on the front and another tuck spot on the back. So you can actually get quite a lot of stuff into that if you so desire. You can really pack those little ones out. So that's a great idea. Thank you, Lisa, for that. Some more lined paper to actually write on. I thought that, you know, there might be some special memories that need to be written down before they're lost and forgotten. This is a beautiful page too, EllsiebeLs bookshelf again. Some lovely Mrs. Cogs with the Wisteria. That's just gorgeous Wisteria. I'm not sure if you can see that close enough there, if I need to zoom in a bit. I don't know if it helps or makes it worse. There's a bit of shadow today. So inside these little tuck spots I've got tiny things like a dear little pansy, a cute little envelope. So you can see those. It's a very overcast day here, so I'm not sure if the light is okay or not. So we have another little envelope and cute little pansy tucked in there, and another one of those sweet little kind of letter shaped, like love letter shaped paper clips. I have another of Gibbered Neary's gorgeous embroidered collection here, very pretty, and it has a little buzzy bee in the top and a little lovely little bookmark there from, I don't know if you can see that well, sorry my hand's putting a shadow on it, isn't it? So that is from Mr. Stephens Emporium, really pretty. Has gorgeous little collection there. I have, this is from a notepad, an actual writing pad that had a little flower pot shape on, and I thought it was very cute. So I've got a tag in the top of that with a lovely iris on it. Hoping these shadows aren't making it hard for you to see. So that is another of EllsiebeLs' lovely pages. Pretty. Oh, really pretty. I think I also have some of My Porch Prints in here as well. So that could be That could be from My Porch Prints. I have a dear little teapot there with a ration ticket in and a teacup, because we know how much Greet loved her afternoon teas. And a beautiful pansy card, which is one that someone had given her that I thought was special and she would have wanted to keep, so I thought that might be nice to go in there. I think I missed a page there, so that's the front page. Then in here we have Friday, which she embroidered herself, so if I can get that so you can actually see closely. Also, she has hand embroidered this, and that has given given her tea towels, which is what this was, a new life. She had all the days of the week, and she had each day embroidered with some kind of housework, like one day was washing, one day was ironing, next was mopping the floors. So every day had a chore. And in there I've just put a dear little writing page that folds out with an envelope, and you can actually, it's like a letter, so it folds out into a whole page. So there's lots of journaling space on there. You could write a lot of information. So that tucks back in there. Then over here we have another little tuck spot from the back of the tea towel, which I've sewn all around in a fancy stitch. Beautiful page from EllsiebeLs again, and lovely little tuck pocket there. Gorgeous little girl looking into the pond. That's one of Mrs. Cogs' designs with a Stephens Emporium little tag in the top. Here we have a little bit of bling, and that's from Boho Daydreams. Lovely Sheila's collection. A little tuck pocket here which has a seed pocket in it, a Mrs. Cogs print. A beautiful pocket here with a little tag in the top for writing on. Another envelope tucked on with a paper clip. Oops. It's sort of hard to work around there, but so there we have a cute little envelope. You can tuck some little secret bits and pieces in there, or some more ephemera to work with. So that's really pretty little one. So that just clips on the side and matches this lovely sheet of paper over here. We have some lovely pages in between and some writing paper. And that's a tuck spot there with another Mr. Stephens Emporium with the gorgeous flowers on. Over this side we've got a lovely large glassine bag, and that was sent to me from Crissy Crosser. I think she might be Chrissy's attic. I've stamped a Tim Holtz butterfly stamp on that, and just a bit of collaging on the side with a lovely piece of sari ribbon and one of Tracy Fox's cute little cards, and a little bit of just tissue from Serviette on there. And this one has a card in from Greta's collection from her scrapbook, which has a Tattersalls ticket in it from 1964, which says Home Syndicate in Hobart. So that one's been around for a little while, a little vintage one. And I just have some mauve sari silk ribbon, and that came from Witchcrafts Do You Do. Another of Tim Holtz. And here we have a little heart trim punch down the side of there. Some tea or coffee. I think they were tea stained. Actually they were chai tea stained pages. Another lovely page from EllsiebeLs bookshelf, sorry. Some more tea stain pages, some graph paper, line paper. This is a gorgeous picture from Mrs. Cogs' Purple in the Garden collection. And I have just a couple of little tags in the top of that. I think that might be a Tracy Fox one. And some Auntie May's design. I have a belly band on here with a butterfly, and I have one of Great's hankies tucked in there. I thought you could probably use that the way it's folded for a dear little tuck spot to actually put a photo or something in, but I thought I'd leave it for its owner to decide where that's going to go. She might have something special to put in that. And another of Stephens' gorgeous little tags with the pressed flowers. Some beautiful little pansies and some hydrangea petals. So pretty. I have some more soft stenciling, which is a Tim Holtz stencil. That's the other side of that lovely tea towel that Great hand embroidered. And inside here I have a project from Wendy's Journal Adventures. She has a video to show you how to make these, and it was a lovely little fold out envelope with a notepad inside. And then it had many tuck spots, like there's a tuck spot there and there's another tuck spot here, so you've got several different spots, and then there's a tuck spot on the back somewhere. I think that might be up the top there, so you can tuck things in all over the place with that one. And then she just had it wrapped around this little bit there. So that's all sewn, hand sewn, so I'll put the link to that, if I can find it, down below for Wendy's Journal Adventures. Hi Wendy. Some more lovely tickets from the collection. This one says Hornybrook Highway, which is a toll motorway, and Greta has written on this that it's 1 3/4 miles long, and she did the journey in September 1964. And we have Nunda bus service tickets from Brisbane, 9p. So they're also from her scrapbook. I'll just tuck that one back in there. And this beautiful eggs page, eggs and birds, lovely purples. And then on the back here, whoops, on the back we have a gorgeous piece of sari trim from Sheila at Boho Daydreams. Very pretty. And it's a flip, so it flips out, and then we've got a flip this way. There, can you see that? So we've got a flip that way, and that pulls out, so you've got some gorgeous little teacup stamps in the middle. Very pretty. That's from Darkroom Door. Then we've got our little flip that you can pull up to write secret things under if you like. And then the other side, it flips out this way, and I've got Mrs. Cogs Gardens, beautiful print, and I have a forget-me-not which is pressed and put into some acetate and sewn around, and that's removable, so you can lift it up and put it somewhere else if you prefer, with a little heart paper clip. So that all folds neatly into there, and it has room for tags behind. There's a lovely tag there, and you can write on the back of that, or put a photo on if you like, or write about a memory. So that's tucked in the back. And on the last page I've got some more of that Hackney & Co. Riverbank collection paper, which is just gorgeous, as a pocket. I have a dear little bag for putting in extra photos or odds and ends, so you can just tuck that in there. And a little in loving memory of Greta Jessie Doyle, who this book is designed for, her memories. So there you go, Memories of Greta. That is Wisteria, the Wisteria book. So she has lovely sari silk ribbon here, and because that's in a bow, you can just hook it on and off without having to undo it if you don't want to. You can shorten it if it's too long. It's just so lovely and soft and fluffy like that. So that's Wisteria. And that's a close look at the beads at the bottom, which are, oops, if I turn it this way maybe you can see them, not sure. So they are little pearls in soft pinks, creams, and sort of a bluey green, and then tiny little purple beads along the top, and they kind of like drift down from the flowing wisteria flowers at the top. Okay, so that is Wisteria, and thank you very much for watching. Bye now.